So you're starting to learn percussion? Well, stay tuned, because in this video I'm going to share with you the 10 fundamental skills that you have to improve to become a great percussionist. All the information and advices that I'm going to give to you in this video can be applied to any of the percussion instruments that you see on the screen, and also to any other percussion instrument you want to learn to play. The contents of the video are especially for beginner, percussion studio, and also for those who already started their learning path in percussion, but they're struggling with some difficulties to move forward. Also, the contents of the video were built from my own experience with my students in my online classes. So, wait no more, let's go to the first skill. So, the first skill that you have to develop is directly related with our function as percussionists in a band. Yes, is related with timekeeping. Yes, and to do that, what you have to be is to be able to keep a steady tempo along all your playing time over a song or any music part that you play. So to move forward and improve this ability, you have to work in 3 separate areas. So the first area in which you have to work is the area in which you're gonna train your tempo sense. Yes, it has to be with the way that you perceive or feel the tempo, and at the same time the way that you can play the tempo. Yes, so from start, the first advice that I can give you is that never, but never, and under any condition, play anything or practice anything that you need to learn on the air. The basic recommendation in this area is that anything that you practice, yes, could be a rhythm, can be an exercise, can be a solo, anything that you're gonna practice with your drum, practice using or a metronome or a song. In a second instance, what you also have to do is try to practice, for example, a rhythm for a long time. Yes, it's very common that maybe you learn a rhythm, you play a couple of times and then you leave it, no, and then move on to other. No, keep with that rhythm for a couple of times and try to practice for a long time. What I mean is, can be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, yes? Or maybe you can use musical measures, 8 bars, 16 bars, 32 bars. I don't know if you know, but in general, popular music has like a 16 bar structure that is kind of the most common. If you start practicing in this length, this musical length, you're gonna be training to do something that then you're gonna do when you're gonna play with a band, or when you're gonna play over a song when you listen to it in Spotify or YouTube. So the second area in which you have to work to improve your timekeeping ability is related with the hand technique. It's really important that you have a solid, yes, hand technique, because that's gonna improve a lot your tempo keeping. So the way to go in here is to practice using exercise, yes, or practice routines that are close to real playing music situation. The third area in which you have to work is related with training your musical ear. Yes, what I mean is, us as percussionists and musicians need to feed us with as much music as we can. The more diverse, the better. Yes, so try to look for all kind of music and challenge yourself to play over them. The second skill that you have to develop is be able to play at different tempo, slow and fast, and keep the groove. Yes, tempo for a great percussionist is not an issue. What I mean is, tempo can change your sound, your way of playing, or your musicality. Yes, I know you're gonna tell me that maybe in the point, or at the moment, in the point that you are right now, there are some tempos that are out of your reach because they are too fast. But keep in mind this idea. If you look for popular music, you're gonna find out that in average, songs are mostly between 90 BPM and 200 BPM. So if you train to be able to play between these two tempos, you're gonna be more than well. Next skill in which you have to work on is on breaking the dominant hand trap. No matter if you are right-handed or left-handed, most of the percussion students tend to rely more in their dominant hand than in their weak hand. Yes, This is because playing with my dominant hand is kinda easy and more comfortable. So my recommendation in this area is that when you work your hand technique, you have to work in stimulate both hands, yes, in the same way. What is the goal in here? That you can be able to resolve music from your right hand and from your left hand also, yes. In this way, you're gonna be prepared to any music situation that you gonna face, yes. Maybe it's a rhythm, maybe it's a solo. The next skill that you have to develop is related with being able to play soft and loud, following what the music you are playing asks for, yes. This ability is directly related with your expression as percussionist and your musicality. So let me give you an example so you can see closely what I'm talking about. I'm gonna play for you a rhythm. Yes, the first version of the rhythm, I'm gonna play what I call it plain. Yes, what I mean by plain is I'm gonna play all the notes at the same volume. Yes, without difference within them. It's gonna sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you have it. This is the plain version. Let's move on now and play a second version using the dynamic range. Yes, that is the ability to control the volume of each sound. Yes, that I used to play the conga. In this case, can be the Cajón, the Djembé, or the Bongó. Yes. To do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play some sounds louder, that I call them accents, and then I'm gonna use another sounds, fill notes or ghost notes, that they just had a motion or playing motion purpose, but I don't want them to sound too much. So this is sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally different. Yes, it's a different thing. Yes, it's like sounds more musical, more in place, more groovy. Yes, so that's what you gain when you start developing your dynamic range. Yes, you're gonna be able to play with more expression or more musicality. Yes, and also your playing are gonna be more in the right place. Yes, because with this ability you also gain the ability to improve the playing of specific styles like funk, like son, like bossa nova, like bomba, like merengue. Yes, the key element in here is that you can go a step further than what the page say. Yes, what the page say is can be played like in the first version. You play the music information that you see in the drum. This second version goes step further. Yes, you go next or very near to what the rhythm has to sound. The next skill that we have to develop is related with being able to play the drum using different digitations. A digitation is the way in which you're gonna move your hands and also you're gonna combine your hands. Yes, we can start with the basic one, that is one-on-one. Yes, as the name says, you're gonna play without repeating hands. Yes, so it's gonna be right, left, right, left, right, left, forever and ever. Yes, what I mean is you're never gonna repeat your hands. This digitation is very used to play African music, for example. Yes, it's very used in Djembé or maybe in some conga if you got to play some Afrobeat, for example, or some African rhythm. So let me show you a rhythm for you to understand. Remember, I'm gonna play right, left, and it sounds something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Yes, so more than that, clean, one-on-one, never repeat hands. Then we have a second way of playing that we can call with fill note or ghost notes. Yes, what I mean, I'm gonna have two types of notes. Yes, accents that are the one that gonna build the melody of the rhythm, and you're gonna have the ghost note that gonna be below them, like a net, that I'm gonna use just for plain motion purpose. Yes, they don't have to sound. Yes, just gonna use them to fill the voice that are between the others. What is a ghost note? It's something like this. Yes, you know, fill note or ghost note. Something that is there, but I don't want it to sound. And over that, I can play something, for example, as a funk rhythm. Yes, so I'm gonna start with the ghost note. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the net of ghost note that I'm gonna use. And over here, I'm gonna put the accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you have it. This is the second digitation that you can name it with ghost notes, yes, or with fill notes. And let's go to the third way of digitate in the percussion instruments. Yes, that is with double strokes. Yes, what I mean by that is there are gonna be several spots in which you're gonna use double strokes. Yes, something like this. This is very used to play Latin music, salsa mostly, and it's called palm finger. Yes, and you can use this dynamic also when you play in the opens. Yes, so let me show you a song rhythm in which you're gonna use this kind of digitation. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This rhythm, or the digitation of this rhythm, is built from the combination of the hands using double strokes. So, as you can see also, it's kind of that each digitation can be applied to a specific kinds of music. So, the more digitations that you are able to play, the more rhythm and songs you're gonna be to play also. So the next ability in which you have to work on is on being able to play and combine different rhythm figures. All the rhythms that we gonna learn to play are built from the combination of different musical figures. In percussion, you're gonna work basically with three kind of figures. You're gonna work with a quarter note, that is kind of the unit, yes, of the measurement, because each quarter note is equal to one pulse. So if you play a metronome, each time the metronome beeps, you're gonna be here a quarter note. It can sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The following figure is the 8 note. Its value is half a pulse. Yes, so in one pulse you're gonna have 2 8 notes. Yes, so it's gonna sound something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last figure that we're gonna use is gonna be the 16 note. The 16 note value is a quarter of a pulse. So in a pulse you're gonna have one pulse for 16 notes, and it's gonna sound something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So, as I say, rhythms are built from the combination of this figure. Let me show you, for example, a very basic rhythm in which we're gonna combine quarter notes with 8 notes. So it's gonna be quarter note, 8 notes, quarter note, 8 notes, quarter note, 8 notes, quarter note, yes? As I said before, with digitation and bar types, the more combinations of figures that you learn to play, the more rhythms and songs you're gonna be able to play. The next ability that you have to develop is being able to identify and play different bar types. I can say that bar is the place in which the music happens, yes? So to be more graphic, if you go to a sheet music page and you wanna see the pentagram, and then in the pentagram you wanna see a vertical line that opens the bar and a vertical line that closes the bar. In the middle is the bar itself, is where the music happens. What I mean by that is where the music is gonna be written for you to play, yes? Different musical styles or rhythms uses different bar types, yes? These bar types also have a different way of groove and a different way of accentuate the music. For starts, we can divide the bars in types, yes? The types are defined basically for the amount of pulses that are in a bar. Yes, you're gonna have bars of 3 pulses, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, that can be a 3x4 bar, and also you're gonna have bars with 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 4 pulses, 4x4. They sound very different, yes, the accentuation and the groove. But let's see with 2 rhythms. First, I'm gonna play you a rhythm that is in 3/4. What I mean is a bar of 3 pulses. It goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 2nd rhythm. Now we're gonna play a 4x4 bar, yes? And this is gonna sound 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you can see 2 different way of grooving, 2 different way of accentuation, and 2 different bars. As it happened in the digitation, the same happened with bars. As much bar that you can be able to play, as much rhythms and songs you're gonna be able to play. The next skill that you have to develop is being able to play and adapt to any musical context. You need to prepare yourself to play in any musical setup. Yes, what I mean, maybe you're gonna be playing in a big band with a drum, or maybe you're gonna be alone and playing with a guitar and a piano, being the only rhythm support, or maybe on a percussion ensemble. Whatever the situation you are in, you have to be able to adapt and develop your playing as a percussionist. What you can do to develop this ability is obviously playing with people in different musical contexts. If you don't have the chance to do that, you can do that with music. What I mean is, you can look for music with different instrumental setups, yes, and try to see how you manage to play over them, yes, how you build your craft and your playing over them, yes. My recommendation also is that you try to look for songs that you're not familiar with, yes, because you know, to get better in something, you have to leave the comfort zone. The next skill that you have to develop is being able to improvise both rhythms and solos, yes. You know, as musicians and percussionists, the improvisation is a key factor in our development, because each time that we improvise, we kind of develop our own voice as percussion players, yes. We kind of build our way of playing and our way of saying over the instrument. So it's important that you, from the beginning, start to look for spaces in your practice routine in which you can improvise and put all the material that you're practicing to practice in a improvisation situation. The last skill that you have to develop is being able to play out of the box. Yes, what I mean with out of the box. It's kind of related with the previous skill, the improvisation one, but this has to be with way to face your own learning process. What I mean is, my recommendation in this point is that each time that you're learning something, try to go a step further. What I mean is, learning like it's in the book, like the teacher is telling you or teaching you, but also try to see how can you start building your own craft, your own playing from it. Yes, what I mean is, if you learn a rhythm, then go a step further and try to see how you can generate variations from that rhythm, from your own criteria and from the practice experience that you already have. All this work is going to reinforce your identity, your own identity as a percussion player, and it's gonna improve a lot your playing and your craft. Before ending this video, I'm gonna give you a bonus track because it's a skill that I feel that has to be in this list. Yes, because it's important both for your learning process and also for your playing skills. Yes, and it's being able to sing any rhythm that you have to play. One thing that is important as percussionists is get the idea that we are not only playing a rhythm. Yes, we play in a rhythm, we combine figures over a tempo, you can define that as a rhythm. But we are also playing a melody, yes? Because the instrument that we are using, yes, in this case it's a conga, but any of the instrument that you can see here, has notes, yes? Has different sounds. You have low pitched sound, high pitched sounds, medium pitched sounds. So a basic percussion instrument, maybe like an agogo or a cowbell, has two sounds, yes? A high pitched in the body and a low pitched in the mouth, yes? And then, for example, with the conga, in the conga we had several sounds, notes, yes? We have the low pitched one is gonna be the tone, yes? Then you have a sound in the middle that is the open, and then you have the high pitched that is the slap. So the rhythms that I can play in the conga are built from the combinations of these sounds, yes? You also have the ghost note. How can I sing a rhythm using these sounds? Well, I can sing them using sounds like this. The tone is gonna be pa, pa, pa. The open is gonna be tu, pu. The slap gonna be ta, ta. And the ghost notes or the fill notes are gonna be tiki. So let me show you how a song rhythm sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tiki taka tiki, tiki taka tiki, taka tiki, tiki taka tiki, tiki taka tiki tuku, tiki taka tiki tuku. Improving this ability are gonna help you first to learn rhythms faster, and also gonna help you to develop your playing and your musicality, because again you're gonna expand your playing boundaries. Yes, because if you can sing it, you can play it. So that's all for now. I hope that you found the video fun and useful, and that you can apply any of the advices and recommendations that I gave you to your learning path in percussion. I'll be seeing you in the next video.